Is Ning Ning okay? But why are fans trashing Lisa's Instagram right now? Hwasa's outfit has been deemed controversial by some, but we should really talk about why school uniforms have such a chokehold on K-pop to begin with. Rose and Taylor Swift's exciting connection, but maybe not. This idol responds to hate comments. This idol gets chosen over another idol. All that and so much more in today's episode of Totally Legit K-pop News with me, Angelina. So if you're interested, please keep on watching. Please feel free to skip through to whatever subjects interest you the most. So, starting off with Lisa from Blackpink, who is set to perform 5 shows at Crazy Horse Paris. Now you might be wondering, what is Crazy Horse Paris? I'm so glad you asked. A cabaret burlesque joint? A place that's kind of known for dancing without shirts. Let's actually check out their website. You can have dinner and a show. So it's a place in Paris where people go to see art. If we do a quick Google search, it says Le Crazy Horse Saloon or Le Crazy Horse de Paris is a Parisian cabaret known for its stage shows performed by female dancers and for the diverse range of magic and variety turns between each show and the next, as owners have helped to create related cabaret and burlesque shows in other cities. So essentially people think she's performing at a club, and thusly a lot of fans have taken to her Instagram comment section to express how they feel about this. Blackpink's Lisa official Instagram is being terrorized by Chinese netizens following Crazy Horse performance announcement. So it seems she is going to be the first K-pop idol to deliver a solo performance at the iconic Crazy Horse in Paris. I need to stop us here right now because I feel like the first K-pop idol too, and then it's the most detailed thing ever. And you're like, well, of course, you just made it so detailed because it's the first K-pop idol to deliver a solo performance. So is she the first K-pop idol ever? Have there been groups who've done group performances at this place? Have there been K-pop solo artists who did group performances at but I digress. It seems that Beyonce, Frederick Wiseman, Pamela Anderson, Dita Von Teese, and Obed have performed at this place before. If we check out this tweet, come and discover La Lisa transformed into a crazy girl performing original Crazy Horse Paris acts, including the classics But I Am a Good Girl and Crisis. What Crisis? The unprecedented collaboration adds to the already rich history of artistic collaboration at Crazy Horse Paris and offers you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Oh, they should hire me to promote this. That was pretty good, wasn't it? You almost wanted to go. I know a lot of you want to go. Don't twist that into something it wasn't. It was a joke. But back to the initial backlash. So it seems that the search terms Lisa and Crazy Horse have been trending on Weibo specifically. So here are some of the comments. World-class idols have countless teenage fans, and yet they perform at a club. Fans often complain about stylists for dressing them provocatively, but the idols themselves go dance at clubs in barely their outfits. Lisa used to say she didn't dare to post bikini photos because she was afraid her mom would see them. Now her mom doesn't care anymore. Lisa's reputation has taken a hit. Being sexy and confident is fine, but having a top idol perform at a place like Crazy Horse is not acceptable. Why did clubs become a symbol of women's pride and freedom? After participating in this show, every time Lisa performs, people will bring up this strip club show. Lisa is amazing. This is art. It's all a matter of how people perceive it, right? I have to agree with that last comment because we haven't actually seen the show yet, and that's something we're going to touch on later in this discussion, but we haven't seen anything yet. But let's continue. There are some people who think YG is paying trolls to give the backlash towards Lisa. I don't know why this would be a thing. Like, she is still under their company. She's still making money for YG. I don't know why YG would then invest said money into smearing their idols. To me, it doesn't make the most sense, but I'm a skeptic. I'll entertain any ideas. Sure, let's say YG did pay a bunch of people to start hating on Lisa for performing at a strip club, even though we kind of already know how the world works inherently. I have seen situations like this arise before, where female idols are getting backlash for being quote-unquote too provocative, too obscene. So it doesn't seem too far outside of the scope of what I would expect people to react. So I don't really think it's likely that YG is paying for this backlash. Unless it's something like super deep or paying for this backlash towards idols to then create this solidarity amongst other fans to want to fight for the idol. Like, I could kind of see that, but like just straight up YG is paying to smear them because they hate them. I don't know. Despite this, of course, Lisa has sold out these shows. There's a maximum capacity of 460 places. She brought in 2,300 people for a revenue of 575,000 euros. But we haven't seen the show yet, and it really reminded me of the drama Imitation. I know you're like, where are you going with this? Listen, when it was first announced that Imitation was going to be made into a drama and that Yuno would take on the specific character, people were like, oh my god, in the actual story, he gets this girl pregnant, and people were all worried, you know, how is this going to affect Yuno's and I was sat there like, guys, he's not gonna actually get someone pregnant in this drama. Things are gonna get altered. And turns out, spoiler alert, he doesn't even kiss anyone in the drama. Things can be altered to fit people's specific wants, needs, boundaries. We haven't seen the performance. We don't really know. But let me know what you think, because on one hand, there are people who are saying, you know, K-pop is literally promoted towards a teen audience. And on the other hand, there are people who are saying, you know, she's a grown adult, she can do what she wants. So let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I'm a little paranoid that it comes across that I'm condemning Lisa. Absolutely not. If anything, the shaming surrounding this whole situation is horrible and I do not support it. So I just wanted to make that clear. Let's move on to Ningning from aespa, who has been receiving attention for a recent fan cam going around where she doesn't seem to be feeling so well. Of course, aespa are on tour right now and they were recently in Mexico City. So here's the clip in question. She seems to be jerking forward, right? Reading further into it seems a lot of people think that it's altitude sickness because Luna's Yeojin fainted on stage in Mexico City similar to this. Seemingly confirmed by Blockberry Creative themselves. Is it just me or all the tweets in French suddenly? I was wondering, like, what is it about like Mexico City and altitude sickness specifically? Like, I've never heard of this before. Apparently this is a thing. Like, even in Denver at 5,860 feet, some users can experience, this is real life, Angelina. Some visitors can experience mild symptoms of altitude sickness. In Mexico City, they're even higher at 7,349 feet, which gives a high probability that you will feel some symptoms of altitude sickness. So according to the NHS, altitude sickness symptoms include a headache, loss of appetite, feeling or being sick, feeling tired or exhausted, dizziness, and difficulty sleeping. With Koreaboo even saying, many people need several days to acclimatize to the high altitude, but aespa arrived in Mexico City just one day before their concert. So of course this has not been confirmed by SM Entertainment or anyone. This is all speculation. People think it's altitude sickness. The whole like altitude sickness thing, or what is it when you go scuba diving and you come up too fast? It's so intriguing to me that we're not meant to but I digress. Of course, we hope that she feels much better now. Now we need to talk about Hwasa, who recently had her first solo release under her new company, P Nation. Of course, this release being I Love My Body, which was released on September 6th. Now, in doing promotions for the song, she went on Knowing Bros, where, of course, everyone is expected to wear school uniforms. That's the whole, you know, the whole gist of the show, the whole gimmick of the show. Everyone wears school uniforms and you're kind of expected to be on the same level as everyone because hierarchy and age in Korea is quite important. So on this show, everyone's on the same level, everyone's in the same grade, essentially. However, the outfit that she wore specifically, the way in which she styled the school uniform has left a lot of people divided. So of course, looking at this, it does seem like a clear reference to Britney Spears, even with like the fluffy pink thing in her hair. The cardigan, of course, very similar to Britney Spears. But some people seem to not appreciate this type of styling, specifically because it is a schoolgirl outfit. Many deemed her styling as inappropriate of school uniforms, irrespective of her body positive message. Now, of course, I have people who think that this is an overreaction, that K-pop historically has been a terrible supporter of horrible school-inspired outfits throughout history. I can't think of a single group who hasn't done a take on a school uniform in one of their comebacks. So let's read what some K-netizens are saying. A school uniform? I just don't understand why people think that being sexy requires that kind of outfit. I don't even care if this is a Britney Spears homage. Even Britney had to face controversy then. And she says she has a hard time because of controversies like this. I've seen other idols and singers wear at least gym pants underneath on this show for performances. I wonder if the body positive message of cherishing one's body has to look like this. Now everyone is hating on Hwasa. You people are just overreacting. The whole point of Knowing Brothers is to wear school uniforms. There are even more revealing and shocking outfits nowadays, even in public. Even Kwon Eun-bi, who has been getting a lot of attention lately for revealing outfits, has worn leggings underneath on Knowing Bros. So naturally, people are quite divided on the whole thing. Some people thinking it's obviously an overreaction, while others are like, literally, it's a school uniform. dress however you want, just not with the school uniforms. It's kind of similar to the whole Jennie situation where she was accused of doing the same thing to a nurse outfit in the music video for Lovesick Girls, to the point that YG actually had to edit the music video. Honestly, I've been complaining about school outfits in K-pop since the beginning of time. Midriff exposed or not, I just don't think they have a place in K-pop. I've complained about this in my outfit roast video. Honestly, at any given time unprovoked, I like to bring it up. I mean, do we remember ATEEZ's inception? Let's actually take a little bit of a dive into this. So sometimes in K-pop, we have a whole ass school theme. Thinking back to Bang and Zella's Never Give Up, or even BTS's Boy in Love, the music videos themselves are literally set within a school. Or sometimes we have school adjacent themes where it's not necessarily set in a school, but the outfits are reminiscent of school outfits enough where you make that association. If we think back to Blackpink's As If It's Your Last, New Jeans Cookie, honestly, Twice and ITZY in almost every single one of their comebacks, at least for one performance on a music stage, there's a school outfit. JYP is obsessed with the school aesthetic and I will never understand it. The Wonder Girls too, Miss A is safe though. Suzy, no! But it is quite interesting and it makes me wonder, like, you know, what is the obsession with this? Now, a lot of the times I don't find the usage of the outfits incredibly offensive, but sometimes you got some ab reveals and things that just, you know... But I am making a non-exhaustive list of school outfits using K-pop concepts, so please let me know in the comments below and I'll add it to my list. But I digress. This whole thing actually comes after Hwasa was said to be investigated for her university performance for doing a lewd act, where she squatted down, licked her palm, and swiped her hand between her legs. So if we remember, the Solidarity for the Protection of Human Rights of Students and Parents accused Hwasa of public indecency and there was an investigation made. On September 10th, an official statement was released basically saying, it's true that Hwasa was investigated by police and she participated in it faithfully. This, of course, back when it was announced, annoyed a lot of people because male idols grab their crotches on stage all the time. I literally stan ATEEZ. But there were some people saying like it wasn't part of the official dance of the performance, so therefore it's not artistic. You know what? Name me an ATEEZ, well, cut that out immediately. Can we just all agree that there are some boy groups who take some liberties with the crotch grabbing even though it's not part of the official performance? That's all I wanted to say without digging a big fucking hole as an ATEEZ. Anyways, this is my favorite response to this whole situation though. But this is okay. The misogyny is crazy. Who signed off on SHINee doing this, first of all? Is this not lewd? Is this not inappropriate? Is this part of any choreography whatsoever? But of course, especially with her comeback, all eyes are on her right now. And I'd love to know what you think, so let me know in the comments down below. I love my body. I actually woke up with I love my body in my head today. That outfit, oh my god, that pink outfit that she wore just goes so well with her skin tone. Aside from the fact that like the crotch area kind of lifts up a little bit, they could have fit that to her better, just saying. Otherwise, that outfit, absolutely stunning. What in the world? Is Rosé from Blackpink going to feature in a Taylor Swift song? Probably not, but it was a fun thought to entertain for a minute, right? Rosé from Blackpink was spotted leaving Taylor Swift's studio, though apparently it wasn't even her studio, which led a lot of people to think that they might collab. I'm a fan of Taylor and I'm happy that she now has a point of contact with Korea. I hope that she becomes closer to Rosé and comes to Korea. That was the release party for the re-recording of the 1989 album Please Edit This Post. Whether it's a collab or not, I'm happy to see Rosé there. I'm a fan of foreign celebrities and this is fascinating to me. I honestly acknowledge BP as world-class celebrities. The only female idols who can work with Taylor are Blackpink. As a Swiftie, I'm just gonna cry seeing that she's becoming close with the Korean singer. We should send this to Sherry. However, the collaboration rumors have been denied. So, a music industry representative close to the involved artist confirmed they were just attending a party and are not collaborating. You know, they didn't have to add that last part. They could have just said she was just attending a party, right? Ever since Rosie's solo was compared to Taylor Swift's song, I can't remember off the top of my head, there was a part in On the Ground that reminded people of a Taylor Swift song. I just think it would be a cute collab, don't you think? So let me know if you would have wanted an original song, or which Taylor song you think Rosie would have been a nice like feature on as a remix. Zero Base One's Sung Bin has been in the news for his response to a hater. Truly a reminder that humans are humans too. So Zero Base One Sung Bin Han Sung Bin, so his response triggers a debate. I love a good debate. So this was the original comment. Your life is so pathetic. Haha, please unalive. You're an embarrassment to the planet we're living on. And Hanbin's response was, I think this is a form of attention, so I will embrace you with love. I like idols to receive healing, but I really dislike when they pay attention to comments like this, engage in arguments, and make a scene. Even female idols who receive hate comments from the public try to refrain from such behavior while they endure harsh criticism. But he presses the heart button like he's saying, I'm being magnanimous. I'm being magnanimous to the pitiful you. I hate this kind of action. Other people thinking, I really think the people who are saying about Sang Hanbin after seeing this are crazy. Normal people would curse at the haters first. The hater is in the wrong. Why is he getting criticized? This is a debate that I honestly understand because I myself have posted, short responses to people calling me fat or whatever the case may be. And on one hand, there are people who are super supportive, like, yes, you have the right, except on TikTok, where you can get a community guideline violation for responding to haters. Doesn't make sense to me, but it's okay. It's your right to respond to people and show people that it's not okay to talk to you like this. But on the other hand, there are people who think that it's a waste of energy and you shouldn't even acknowledge that these haters exist because it just fuels them more. Like, you want people to see your humanity sometimes and you're just like, I'm going to respond to this comment because it's so distasteful. It's so horrible. You shouldn't say this to people. So I'm going to respond to this comment so people can see, I see these things. I'm human. You shouldn't treat people like this. But at the end of the day, that hater doesn't give a crap. They do not give a... I've tried reasoning with haters. I've tried responding to haters. Every single time, it always ends up as more and more backlash. They just keep piling on. You could even prove them wrong in some instances and they'll just be like, well, you're ugly anyways. Like, it doesn't matter. There's no rhyme or reason to it. So I understand both arguments because it is a waste of energy to respond to the hater themselves, but sometimes it sends a bigger message to everyone else who sees that response. No one is leaving these comments in good faith, obviously. Saying that you love someone or like that you'll embrace them with love, I feel like would fuel them more. I try to picture this. If I was a hater, my intention is to get your attention. So the minute I get your attention, it doesn't matter what you even respond, to be honest. However, you also have scenarios where someone responds to a hater and then all of their fans go against that person and start teaching them a lesson. But then you can obviously abuse that power, of course. I should start a new segment like K-pop dilemmas. Like, we talk about dilemmas in K-pop. Maybe that's what this is going to be. What is the good thing to do? Well, I already have a new segment that we have to talk about later, which is K-pop scenario. They're different. It's okay. In this K-pop dilemma, what is the ethical thing to do? What is the best road to take when it comes to this? Because you are human at the end of the day. It's really unreasonable to expect people to just constantly take hate and never say anything. Sometimes you just want to say something. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and we'll move on to our next story. Let's talk about Rise, because on top of Wonbin going viral for having a face, which on that note, let's take a look. So here we have it. Rise Wonbin is indeed handsome, seriously. No one's, my goodness. What he looks like in real life, crazy. I never indulge in these types of posts, but you know what? They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Did you notice in Rise's memories and in Rise's Get a Guitar, his face is the first one in both music videos. He's the first face you see, like the first face shot you see in both music videos. I noticed that, just saying. And of course, his face is everywhere. They know what SM know what they're doing. Don't act like we don't know what SM is doing, that they don't know that they're doing. I've never had to tell people in my comment section who an idol is as much in my life as I have when I include Wonbin's face in anything. Like, who is that? It's Wonbin from Rise. Oh my god, who is that? Who's the male idol in the thumbnail? Who's the male idol? It's Wonbin from Rise. Okay, it's Wonbin. It's his face. It does something to people I don't know. But I digress. It seems our boy Anton is a nepo baby. I don't know. I don't know what that transition was, but he's been in the news lately for his seemingly close friendship with IU. Now, why does he know IU? Well, guys, he is the son of producer and singer Yoon Sang. So it seems he has connections in the entertainment world, fair enough. It seems he had a post on Instagram where IU commented on. She seems to be really close with his dad. But I wanted to bring this up because I feel like we don't have enough discussions about nepotism in K-pop. And I know K-pop's not ready for that because nepo babies aren't ready for the conversation. They get really heated about it. And I know if we brought this to the world of K-pop, stans would go absolutely bonkers. But it is not a crime to be a nepo baby. I know why we don't use it in K-pop because so let me know, do you think we I feel like everyone's gonna be like, Angelina, you're the only one who thinks this. Do you think we should bring the term nepo baby to K-pop? I don't know. I just feel like you can gauge who's cool when they just accept that they're nepo babies, because all the uncool nepo babies are like, I'm not, just accept it. Now let's move on to my little segment called K-pop shenanigans, which are basically fun little things that have happened in K-pop recently. LZUP have announced their fandom name. I haven't seen it yet, so let's react to it together. LZU? LZU? What? So LZUP, I love you. It means that we love LZUP. Let's spend days full of love under the name LZU. Okay. Okay. IVE are blessing us with 3 title tracks this comeback. So we have Off the Record, Baddie, and Either Way. Based on title alone, however, I'm really excited for Holy Moly. So now I wanted to introduce you to my new segment called K-pop Scenario, where we take a look at a specific situation and we theorize what we would do if we were in that situation. So I've seen a clip going around of ATEEZ at their concert, and it seems that Wooyoung chose a fan to do the bouncy dance challenge with. You can see him pointing a fan out in the crowd and like telling the camera people who it is, but then it seems that the fan actually wants to do it with Yuno instead. So let's take a look at this.
어떤 라이팅이 있어? Yes. Let's go together. It's you. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, it's you. Let's go. So with Wooyoung, let's go. Oh, with Wooyoung.
With Wooyoung?
Yeah.
Me or Yuno?
Yuno. Okay. We start the countdown. Are you ready? Good.
So basically the tweet is saying, if you get selected by a member, don't be an ass. First it was Mingi and now Wooyoung. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I'm not gonna lie, I don't know the full context of this because, like, how are you communicating with them? Like, do you get to choose which member? The member chooses you? Because I seen another clip where the girl chose all the members. She's like, no, I want to do it with all of you. So I'm just really curious if there is really that choice in question. Because otherwise, why are you entertaining these choices? But the whole Mingi thing, the Mingi thing refers to a situation back at KCON where it was Mingi's turn to fulfill, let's say, a fan's request, and the fan asked for San to sign her photo card.
Hello.
Crystal. So keep the wish simple, appropriate, doable. Okay, Crystal. What is your wish? San's photo card? Can you sign it?
Wooyoung seems to be laughing at this, but it says someone being chosen by Mingi because of having a Mingi sign, but then asking him to ask San to sign a photo card as a wish. Dismissive and rude towards Mingi, he dropped his smile. Please don't hold a Mingi sign the next time. So people took issue with this because, it was supposed to be something for Mingi. And it seems that San did end up signing the photo card anyway. So it makes me wonder, why is the choice being offered to begin with? And why are we entertaining these choices? I wonder if it really upsets the members or if this is just what they expect to be part of the job. Because we're always preaching that we don't know idols. Well, they don't know us either. Putting our own emotions into what we think idols are feeling. Wooyoung was laughing his ass off. I would think as a group you would just want the group to succeed, and if that means having San go sign a photo card, get the Sharpie and go, buddy. That being said, personally, if any member was presented in front of me, I wouldn't then go ask for another member. That's absolutely not something I would do, even if it wasn't my bias. I would just be happy with whatever. If it was a Rise concert, but anyways, this scenario really troubles me because on one hand, we're kind of saying that this would make the member feel unimportant, that it would hurt their feelings. But on the other hand, they're also not our friends and this is a business and this is their job. So it does really make me wonder. It's not something that I would do personally because I wouldn't want the potential of someone feeling, left out or unwanted or like someone is better than them. And I could picture it being tiring to see, someone else's photo cards more expensive than yours or constantly seeing the same member being asked for over and over. You're not getting asked for as much. But I could also picture it as something that's part of the job and something that is taught and instilled with you within the trainee system itself. I'm sure within monthly evaluations, people are pitted against each other. And if you think of K-pop as more as a job in a competitive field, does that change anything? Surely they experience this favoritism not only from fans, but from their company as well. Hell, look at line distributions. But is it just part of being a nice person to just go along with it, to just accept any member that comes your way? Or because of the monetary exchange at hand, is it then acceptable to ask for a different member? It makes me wonder, it troubles me. So this is the K-pop scenario. What is the good thing to do in this situation? Is it ethical to ask for another member? Given the fact that they aren't our friends, we don't know them, this is a monetary exchange at the end of the day. Or does it contribute to this sense of feeling unworthy, this feeling that you're not as good as the other members? So let me know what you think about that. So that is basically it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Just a little by the way, I'm feeling under the weather and I hope it doesn't translate, but we'll see. I got a steroid injection. I need to steroid injection side effects because I haven't felt the same since. Not like steroids, you know? I'm not trying to bulk up or nothing. I'm being magnanimous. I'm being magnanimous. I'm being what the fuck is that word?